Hey guys, and welcome back to Warframe. Today I'm going to be discussing, or actually showcasing two more builds for the Lenz that I came up with. First of all, there is a bug that I noticed. When you're using arrow skins, no arrow skin or the Katir arrow skin don't show up as anything, but any other arrow skin apparently will show up for whatever reason, despite it being, I think it's supposed to not have an arrow at all. But for whatever reason, all these other arrow skins actually make it show up as an actual arrow. But I do prefer the Katir arrow skin, which I've changed from the last video, because when you shoot it, it has that Prisma effect, which I really like. As for the builds I was talking about, this one is better for Infested. And as you notice, I don't add any elemental damage, but it's mostly focused on as much critical damage and critical chance as possible that I can get with the mods I have anyway. So critical delay, and then vial acceleration cancels that out to equal speed trigger, so the fire rate is still pretty high. And then hammer shot for status chance, but that doesn't really help. And critical damage, but also bladed rounds, so if I get a kill, I gain an additional 120% crit damage. And I did the math, and it adds up to an 8 times multiplier, so I have 150% crit chance. And after I get a kill, as long as I'm aiming, then it does 8 times damage, which is really good against Infested, that bulk damage. This one is good for Corpus, and I mentioned this build to MC Gamer, and he seemed to enjoy the idea, and he said he was going to try it out. So basically, this is a gas build with some status. So I have the 2 dual stats, the Malignant Force and Thermite rounds. The same fire rate, but I also have Continuous Misery, and this is important. So once you throw the arrow, of course it procs cold, and if you have enough enemies inside, even though it's only 19% chance, as long as you get one of them to proc, it'll proc gas to everyone in that circle, and then this will extend it by double the duration, and it melts Corpus when you can actually get it to proc. So it's actually really good. First, I'm going to showcase the Infested build, though, against Infested, obviously. I'm going to test it against 8 Ancient Healers first, and then we're going to showcase it against the Light Infested. We're going to go max level, which is 145. Now, obviously, because this is dealing blasts, it's going to have an extra against Infested Healers. But once I get a kill, now my crit chance is even higher, and they're already dead. So, very powerful for the Ancients. It's a little bit less powerful against the Light Infested, but because Light Infested have less health, it pretty much balances out. And I'm going to showcase that here with 8 Chargers this time. And it should one-shot them. Yeah. And then this will do even more damage. Oop, missed him. And I got myself a little bit. But see, it did 16,000 damage. Despite the fact that the cold damage was lowered, I think, against them. And the blast had no advantages. So it's pretty powerful against Infested. That's my preferred build. And as for Corpus, I'm going to attempt it against 7 techs to see if this works. I may get one-shotted. But once I get gas to proc once, as you can see, it's dealing 69-69, which is pretty funny. But yeah, 69-69 a tick, and it'll keep proccing, and it should pretty much kill them. Yep. And last one. Okay, it didn't kill them all, but all it took is 1 gas proc. So if you fire 2 arrows, it will kill them all. Yeah, I still think that's funny. It's exactly 69-69. And of course, the cold proc will actually slightly extend the gas procs even further, because for whatever reason, cold procs extend damage over time procs for whatever reason. So yeah, those are my 2 builds. It's pretty much what I prefer, especially the gas against Corpus. You can actually use the gas build against Infested too, but if a Toxic Ancient shows up, the gas and toxin damage is going to be severely reduced, so it's not going to be as effective, but it will be good for crowd control, I suppose. So yeah, thanks for watching.